Welcome to M&T Bank Stadium in the city of Charm, Baltimore, Maryland for a divisional matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Action Jackson has led this Charm City to a number 2 seed in the AFC, as well as a huge wild card win here last week in a close battle against the Raiders. Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars of Jacksonville owned their division, knocking the London Monarchs out of the playoffs in the final week of the season, beat the undefeated Dublin Shamrocks on their home field, and they are coming off a huge win in Jacksonville last week over the Bengals.
Momentum has been with the Jaguars this year. It is very possible they keep that trend going in this one. Gonna be a tough one though tonight. This Jaguar defense is gonna be put to the test here on the road, facing the quarterback like Lamar Jackson. This guy can extend plays to the point where his receivers end up wide open. He can also go for triple digits in rushing yards if he decides to tuck and run.
A once-in-a-generation athlete in Lamar Action Jackson, and the Baltimore Ravens take on Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars of Jacksonville. It's the AFC Divisional Playoffs next on the Maddenverse.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, divisional round Saturday, we've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they've got a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson, options out left. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 61 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. This taken in at the goal line, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2. One of the game's brightest young stars. And that's Trevor Lawrence.
And what a great game that was to watch last week, because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one, 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They go play action now. Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Jackson on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Jackson options out left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Well, I like the chutzpah there, right? They decided to go ahead and fake it and try and pick up a 1st down. But how about how they executed defensively and smothered that one? I know back from my time frame, everyone has responsibilities, even rushing a field goal attempt. You've got the tight end, you've got the wing back, you might have the guy out of the backfield, but they executed that well.
Yeah.
Really stuck to what they needed to do.
It wasn't just 11 guys trying to block it. They were ready, they got it done. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down. And he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. And they get the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars 1st down as he's up to the 47.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Jaguars.
Again, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead, ETN. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Here's Lawrence. Dancing to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
First down, Jacksonville.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Lawrence. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Lawrence. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They go play action with Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Jaguars back with it on offense. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a third down and 3. Lawrence will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Baltimore's offense starting another drive. It's Gus Edwards at running back. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
On second down, it's Edwards. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That is caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Jackson, option right. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback.
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That is second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's role after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A shotgun snap and again the ETN. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the draw is Edwards. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Jamal Agnew. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
And no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the New York Jets doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon God. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. 2nd down and 6 now. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A give running right, Etienne. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Jackson options out left, and holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Etienne trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he should have put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jags have got it back to within a score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Jackson now. Dumps it off to Edwards. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8. Etienne once more. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he is going to have a Jags first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try to run with Etienne. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars have taken a 4th quarter lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And the Ravens taking the field. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. On the return, here's Agnew. Gets past one man. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A handoff running left is Etienne. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 28. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A very solid gain of 27.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with now 2 4th-quarter touchdowns. And the Jaguars are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th-quarter lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 34 yards. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Running out of the gun with Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up the key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of...
And he can't get a throw. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 5. A little over 20 seconds to go. Staring them in the face is the need to go 97 yards. No easy task as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Jackson.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Throwing. Jackson.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle somewhere.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, Even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.